Hello, it's Troy Ryerson and welcome to Keeping It Real. Today it's all about storytelling and how storytelling can improve your communication personally, professionally, and just in general. So I'm going to talk to you about something that happened to me this last week. I was in Boston this last week and I was able to see a keynote speaker. Her name was Kindra Hall. And Kindra Hall, she's an author and storyteller. She took the stage and she talked all about using storytelling and how to market yourself, and the importance of storytelling and how it can land you bigger deals and how it can connect with other people. And it was really, really interesting. She was a great speaker, and I was just so glad I got the experience to listen to her and understand a little bit more about storytelling. Okay? So that was a really simple way to tell you about who I just saw, Kindra Hall. And it was kind of boring. I was actually bored listening to myself. So what if I did it this way? What if I said, last week I was in Boston, I was at the Summit Conference, and I was sitting amongst 600 of our industry's best here at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. And as I'm sitting there, this young lady storms the stage. Her name is Kindra Hall. She's an author, she's a storyteller, she's a keynote speaker. She's out of New York City. And she not only stormed the stage, she owned the stage. As a matter of fact, she got all into storytelling and the power of communication. With her vibrant smile and her swagger and everything that she was all about, and the many faces that she made, by the way, and she talked about all of her faces too as we were taking pictures of the slides that she had behind her. And she said, I'll never forget this, we were taking pictures like, oh no, I think I just made like this face. And it's going to be some great photos for you guys. I'm sure you all use it on social media, so enjoy that. She was a phenomenal storyteller, but she talked about her journey. And she talked about what it was like to being a mom with 2 kids, an entrepreneur living in New York City. She talked about the struggles and some of the trials and tribulations of being a mom and raising a kid, and just the hecticness of owning your own business and what that did to her. She talked about reinventing herself a little bit and really figuring out and going back and re-believing in herself and really re-believing in the art of storytelling and communication, and finding out how to teach others exactly how to do this and what it can mean for their life. She made a major impact on 600 people, and as time flew by, and it flew by, she went way over her allotted time as a keynote, I found myself standing ovation among 600 other people sitting there clapping and not even really knowing what just happened. She was an incredible storyteller. Again, Kindra Hall, I highly recommend you checking out a couple of her books. You'll see the pictures in the Keeping It Real. Actually, you can read this whole thing that I'm talking about with you right now, but you'll see a picture of her, and you'll see a picture of some of our Scottsdale agents with her as well. So, did you see a difference there in the way that I just told that story compared to when I first came out? How do you do this in business? You know, stories typically have a beginning, a middle, and an end, and they're emotionally driven, much like our industry is. You know, we know who we are. We know every single bit of our fiber and being, but the funny thing is, do we know how to tell others who we are? And I'll tell you right now, we don't. We're in such a fast-paced, high-driven society that we don't even take a minute to explain who we are as individuals and what makes us interesting to others. And it's the details that really make you relevant. So you have a story, and if you don't know how to deliver that story, I'm going to urge you to take the time, think, and ask yourself a few questions. The most basic question, what is your why? What is your why? Why do you do what you do? What matters most to you? What lessons have you learned along the way in your real estate journey and in your journey in business in general? What experiences, both good and bad, have you had, and how can you share that with others to take them along the same journey? Because something you may have noticed what I did with Kindra Hall, you'll notice my voice inflection changed a little bit. You'll notice that I started on a high, and then I went through some trials and tribulations and some struggles she had, and then at the end of it we came back out and things were good again, and she's an amazing author and storyteller. I did all that by design. But we need to be able to do this without thinking about it. We need to know our own stories, because our stories increase the power of our communication. And I don't believe that every single one of us is doing that every day. As a matter of fact, I know we're not. So let's get better together. Craft your stories. Get ready to deliver them with passion. Get ready to use tonality and hand gestures. See, my hands are going all over the place. Get ready to get energetic and fired up about it, because you should be. It's you. You're a sales professional. You're incredible at your craft. You love doing what you do, and you've been through the ringer. Share those stories. That's what connects you with others, because your clients, they all have stories as well. And the hope is you're pulling some of those stories out to create an everlasting bond and create a deeper relationship quickly. So the power is with you, and the power is within your experiences. Right now is the time to start sharing them with others. That's Keeping It Real with Troy this week. We'll see you again next week. Bye for now.